Hi friends, I'm here to answer some questions. So it's been a long time since I've done one of these. I actually announced on my Facebook page a while ago. If you had any questions, you could ask them and then I would answer them. I also posted that on Twitter. So I'm just gonna go through and answer some questions that you guys have. This tea is not very good. I ran out of milk and I spilled sugar everywhere in the kitchen. I picked up a spoonful of sugar and then I put it over my cup and then I just completely missed. Just 100% all of it went on the counter. So Cornelius_Mads said, if you were able to study a foreign language, what would you study? And I have studied a foreign language. I studied Spanish and for 4 years in high school. But I guess if I was to do another one, I would probably choose French. The Book Bird Girl asked, what is your favorite fantasy series? I instantly think of Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, that series. But that's, I would say that's my favorite, ongoing fantasy series. It's so good. Heir of Fire came out this month. If you guys haven't read it, just try it. It's so good. Each one gets better. Heir of Fire was 8 out of 5 stars in my opinion. De Panya 7 Lovato said, are you good at singing and do you play any instruments? I am probably the worst singer I know. It's pretty bad. I still do it though. I mean, it's fun to sing. But I actually can play an instrument. I play the clarinet. I played 6th grade through 10th grade. So yeah, played for quite a few years. I went to Chicago on a band trip. We played at the Navy Pier and stuff. I had a lot of fun in band. I did. I had fun at band camp. I had a lot of friends in band. A lot of the people that were on the basketball team with me and the volleyball team, we were all in band together. And I loved it. I had a great instructor, and I had tons of friends in the band. So I don't really play anymore because I don't, but I have my clarinet still. Mahim MQ asked what is my favorite non-fandom movie? Non-fandom. I like Pirates of the Caribbean a lot. I love those movies. Is there a fandom around that? I don't know. I guess one just movie that I love is Breakfast at Tiffany's, and I've watched it so many times. Tay Sasser 93 said she wants to know about my nose ring experience. So I knew I'd be getting a lot of questions about this. I have always wanted it done. I always thought it was cute on other girls and I liked it, and then I just never did it. And I worked at places where I couldn't have it, and I did stuff like that. But now I left my job and I am currently kind of just figuring out school, and I'm just kind of doing YouTube and blogging and just having a great time. I work on the weekends with my mother-in-law, but anyways, I just got really distracted about work and school. Sorry. So that happens when you talk to me. I just really wanted it done, but I couldn't do it, and now since I'm not really in a situation where I couldn't have it done, I did it. So I just kind of decided one night, I was at dinner with 2 friends and Jake, and I said, I really want to get my nose pierced. And they just kind of looked at me. They're like, okay. And Jake's like, all right. And I was like, yeah. And they're like, okay, let's go. So we ate dinner and we drove, we did some other stuff, and then we went and got it done. And my friend Spencer got her cartilage done. So she was a pal and went with me, and it really did not hurt that bad. It really didn't. I have my belly button pierced, and I have my single and then my double and then my cartilage up here pierced. And I feel like this hurt less than my ears. My ears ached and ached after I got them pierced. And if I bumped them, they hurt. This, I was already touching it that night. I mean, I didn't, if I bumped it, actually the next morning I woke up and I had punched myself in the nose. I don't know how it happened, but it really hurt. And then, but that's the only time it's been fine. It's just, I clean it constantly because I don't, I have to, it doesn't heal for 3 months though. So, yeah, I just looked up info online about I literally Googled pros and cons of having your nose pierced. how I am. I read people's stories and like all sorts of stuff, and I did it, and I love it. I love it so much. I'm so happy that I went, and I videoed it, so if you guys want me to, I was thinking about posting it on my second channel, but then I didn't. I still could. If you guys want me to, I can post it on my second channel. Oh, I just, Tiny Fit Reads asked if I could make this into a live show. Kind of should have, I guess, read that earlier. But I can definitely, you know, set one for the future, like at the end of this month. If you guys have more questions, you could leave them in the comments. And, I mean, if you have enough questions, then I can definitely do a live show. I could let you guys know on Twitter or whatever. And then you guys could come to that if you want. If you still have questions, I don't know. Oda, off of my Facebook page, asked if I've ever met any authors, and I have not met any like big name authors yet, ever. And I know that's insane because I'm a booktuber and books are my life, but I was supposed to at BookCon. I met a couple smaller authors I had never heard of, and I didn't know who they were or anything, but they were just kind of sitting there, so I just kind of walked up and said hey. But yeah, I never have. I was supposed to at BookCon and the lines were so long, and I ended up just hanging out with friends all day. I knew that was like my one day of the year to hang out with my booktuber friends, so I just, because we all live in, you know, so far away, so I just kind of took advantage of that, just hung out with my friends. But I am hoping to still go to Y'all Fest, and if that's the case, I'll get to meet a ton of authors there. But unfortunately, just where I live, there's never any book signings around. Rick Riordan was going to St. Louis, I think last year when House of Hades came out, and I think the tickets had gone on sale at like 8 a.m. and I found out about it at like 10 a.m. and I got on there and they were already sold out. Like, seriously. Abby asked, how many books do you currently own right now? I have no idea. I know I own at least like 300 books, because I have these books behind me, and then I've got books in my office. Like, I have a full bookshelf of books in my office as well, and that's mostly like review copies and TBR, like my TBR shelf kind of. Most of these I've read, actually. There's a few I haven't, but most of them I have. Anna asked, how old were you when you started BookTube? And let's see, I started booktubing when I was 20, right? It was in January, and then I was 20. So I was in college. I had watched some videos for a couple months before I actually started, and then I started. Andre asked, are you going to see the 50 Shades of Grey movie? No, I am not, because I don't want to really waste my money on that. What are your top 5 summer reads recommendations? Also asked by Andre. Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson, Everything Leads to You by Nina LaCour, Anna and the French Kiss, Lola and the Boy Next Door, and Isla and the Happily Ever After by Stephanie Perkins. So that's 5. That's 5. Okay. Race asked, when you eat a taco, do you tilt your head or do you tilt the taco? What? Okay. Let's see. I guess I tilt my head. I was trying to picture him like at Taco Bell or something. Yeah, I guess I tilt my head. I didn't realize I did that. Learn something new about myself every day. Natalie asked, what are your top favorite books? And we'll end with this one. Let's see. Obviously, the Harry Potter series is one of my favorites. The Ugly series is another one of my favorites. The Throne of Glass series is an ongoing series. There's going to be at least 3 more books, but that's one of my current favorite fantasy series. The Infernal Devices, right there. I really like series, if you haven't noticed. The Lunar Chronicle series, Vampire Academy series, any book by Rainbow Rowell. I really like Nicholas Sparks books, and also the Princess Diary series. I love that series, and Meg Cabot is coming out with another book about the wedding. It's called The Royal Wedding. It's coming out next year. Cannot wait. So those are some of my favorites. But I'm gonna go because this video was way too long, and I actually didn't even get to all the questions. So if you want, I could do a live show or another video like this. If you didn't get your question asked, you could ask it below, or if you just have another question, and yeah, I can set up maybe a live show, or just like, I don't know, maybe I'll get another booktuber to do it with me, and we'll just set up a live show and you guys can just ask random questions. Maybe, I don't know. It could be fun. Alright guys, that's it for now. I'll see you next time. Bye!
Oh, I could hide 'neath the wings of the bluebird as she sings.